Three, two. So, hello everyone. First of all, I welcome you all. So today we have Dharangan with us here. So he's working as a full stack engineer in C, and he will, he will share his experience on how he became a full stack developer, and how students like you can become a full stack developer. And first of all, let us welcome Dharangan. So Dharangan, so first of all,
Yeah,
warmly welcome you.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So, instead of me telling about him much, I'll just let him speak. Dharagan, you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi everyone. First of all, thanks to Jijo for inviting this session. I am glad to be part of this session. So, I am Dharangan. I am presently live in Thuthukudi, which is my native place, and I am working as full stack engineer in science technologies. Um, while reaching this place, I am facing a lot of challenges, and it was helped by my seniors and my staffs to overcome this. So in this time, I will thanks to my seniors and my staffs. Later, I am interested in coding part, so I am working as a full stack engineer.
Okay, okay, fine. So, Dharagan, how did you get this into from when are you practicing coding it? So, are you practicing coding from your school time, or it's, you just started after joining the college? So, what is it like?
No, I am basically from science and maths biology student.
Okay,
So I am not aware of computer and coding part. So
okay, okay.
while entering my college, I take IT as my program. So for the first year, second semester, the programming part entered in my career.
Okay.
So initially, I have fear. So how to I'm going to learn programming and how do I manage it? Uh, First, I will my staff will let that you can do that. You can able to solve programming. You can able to solve challenges. So I learn programming and solving coding challenges step by step. So that's it.
Okay, okay, fine. So, Dharagan, in which programming language? So, is there any specific programming language you are learning when you are in college?
Yeah, first I learned C programming language. It is
Okay,
my favorite programming.
okay,
So
okay,
I
that's
will
great.
learn lot of things in this C programming. It will make learning other programming. So that is my understanding.
Okay, so how did you get for job? Which programming languages you used as a primary one? You just go with the C programming, or you just switch to any other one?
First, I will try to solve in C programming. Then I
Okay,
will go to Java.
okay, 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 that's great. So, right now you're working as a full stack engineer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, right now in company, what is the language you are using?
Currently, I'm working in Node.js framework and sometimes MySQL, MongoDB, and front end Angular. That's all I am working.
Okay, so it's like completely JavaScript oriented, frameworks and stuffs, right? So
Yeah,
it's okay, 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 fine. So moving from in college you were learning stuffs like C and Java, and in company it's completely different, right? You are working related to JavaScript things. So
yes,
how how did you overcome this? Because you'd be really a beginner to the JavaScript, right? When you go and enter into the field.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay,
I first I am slowly from scratch. I learn JavaScript.
okay,
Then
okay.
I will parallelly work and learn. So it will uh, first it will some I face some struggles. Then I will come overcome by doing some practices. There is so Node.js and so parallelly I will do this.
Okay, fine. So, like in college, whether, like you are doing any projects which helped you, like to get a job into this company.
Yeah, I have done a project in my college.
Okay,
No, new gen. I have done project. So that
okay.
will help me to learn interviews attending.
Okay, so you are right now a full stack engineer. So what were like your interview, like whether it's fully based on full stack or like it's based on programming and stuffs.
Both in my interview, there are four rounds are there. First round is
Okay,
coding challenges. There are four challenges are there. It is take about 120 minutes. We have to solve this. So
okay,
I have solved at most three problems. One problem is 50% test cases passed.
okay,
Then the second round will be the technical, where one programming is asked easy level. Then in a technical interview, what we have they want is we have to solve the problem in our own logical thinking. So how the way we are thinking, so that will be checked by the interviewers.
okay.
And there are three technical rounds I have faced.
Okay, man. So is it like like which is more important, like focusing on a particular language or like just understanding the logical thinking? So what is more important, like because you're a full stack engineer now, so what do you think is important?
First, we have to build our knowledge in logical thinking.
Okay,
So, when we have good our knowledge in logical thinking, means we can solve it any programming language. First, the logic is important to solve any problem. Then we go to how we apply the logic in any programming language. That will at that time we have to know the basic syntax of the programming language, how we can apply our logic. So this must be we have to our
okay, fine. So like so how long are you practicing the programming and the development, all these stuffs?
mm, I as I said, I begin with the C programming language. So how I train means in our college there is some skill track website.
Okay,
In this website we uh, they did some coding challenges. So first I will have an art hour of it. So then I try practice some small easy programs. So I solved it. So step by step I solved hard programs and challenges. That will be helped a lot for me.
okay. So now, as you're working as a full stack engineer, like right on the company, so how did you feel about this experience? Because like you got the job, like from a complete programming, like a Java programmer or C something like that, and right now you're working on JavaScript. So like how was this transition? So how is it, like in your company right now? So do you feel like completely comfortable, or like still, like you're in the learning part?
Yeah, it is I'm learning.
Okay.
So there will be a lot to learn any programming. So what I am doing is just we have to work, put ourselves in a complete work and practicing the challenges. What are the important topics in the programming? So that the way I am learning.
Fine. So is there any specific, like you which you done, like on yourself, like which really helps you to get this job? Like, is there anything special
Um,
which you have done?
no, I am was attended a coding contest.
Okay,
So from the coding contest, I came to learn that there is more problems in the world to solve it. So there is I am facing more attending more coding contests that will be helped to crack the interviews. and also Jigs for Jigs website, and some these learning platforms also helped me more.
Okay, okay, okay. So in your point of view, like is aptitude is really important for like all kind of interviews?
No, no, it is based on the company. Some companies will ask the aptitude in the beginning. Some other companies coding will be the beginning.
Okay, 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 fine. So like it's more like if they are really good at their logical skills, even though if they are not comfortable with the language, they can still like hope to get a job, right?
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
we have to choose which company we have that based on the company we have to prepare ourselves.
okay, okay. So do you like do you have any company of your choice? Like when you are in college, like you're thinking of getting into a job. So do you have any college in your mind?
Yeah, I what I have planned is I am going to product based company so
Okay,
that I
okay,
will improve my learning and the growth of my will be somewhat better. So in product based company we can explore a lot of things to learn, and we can uh, came to know about the many concepts.
okay,
Uh, that's why.
okay, 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 fine. So like how did it start? Like for example, did you have any particular company and did you train anything specifically for any companies? Because generally
No,
students will do that, like I want to go to this X company, so like I want to learn these stuffs. So did you do anything like that?
yeah, I basically I uh, prepare some topics that will be asked for in general all companies that topics will be asked like OS, networking and programming and database DBMS. So these from this the all companies expecting the knowledge. So I prepare myself that in that topics, and one by one I learn uh, periodically.
Okay, 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 fine. So like before entering company, like do you know JavaScript? Like have you worked anywhere before on JavaScript?
JavaScript it will be the basic language in while creating some websites. So I have I studied internship like internship. So I have developed studying the course. So in that course, I have developed a website. So JavaScript will be the part of that. So I learned some basics in JavaScript. Node.js is somewhat advanced framework in the JavaScript. So that will be uh, it will be easier for me.
Okay, 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 fine. So like right now, like as you're working in a full stack engineer, so what are the techs you use? Like the Node.js, and other than that, what are the things you're working on? Because like companies generally have a lot of full stack engineers, and like not everyone are going to work in all the front end and back end, all the parts. So what is your part in your like when you're
My
working?
major part is the backend programming.
Okay, okay,
That is the Node.js. So what we have to do is backend. We have a lot of logics we have to put to improve our product. So that's why I am working on it. Sometimes it front end came to me. I will be working on.
okay, 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 fine. So like how was your like the programming which you practiced in your college is helping you right now? Because you might have done a lot of programming, like other than development, the most part you done in your college will be like programming, right?
Yeah.
So how is that helping
Um,
you in your back end development journey right now?
Yeah, that will be what it is means. In college, we have studied some technical concepts only. We don't know how to apply it in the real time. So I that will be learning in my company. So how can we apply the knowledge to produce a product to the clients? So that learning in college, the programming learning will be helped a lot in my to work in my company. So without the basic understanding, we can't survive, right?
Okay. So is like is mathematics really important, like in the programming or like in the back end part which you are working right now?
Yeah, without mathematics, there is no programming. First, the evolution of computer will be the from the calculator, right? So the mathematics will be very important in any fields. So I like mathematics, so I learned programming easier.
Okay. So do you like, like you are doing any additional mathematical stuffs, like when preparing the programming or the coding stuffs? Or like you
Yeah,
just focused here and like eventually also practice that side by side.
yeah. Parallelly, I have learned mathematics some formulae. So to include in our programming, it will be uh, run in an efficient way while using mathematics formula.
Okay. So in your, like in your entire programming journey, so do you feel anywhere like maybe the way we are going is right, or like the maybe we are going in the wrong way, like maybe we need to change something. So do you feel anywhere, or do you get stuck anywhere, like when practicing all these stuffs? Because like you must be practicing for a long time, right?
Yeah, if I am stuck, I will ask help from my seniors and my staffs in my college. They will be helped a lot in my struggles. So thanks to all my seniors and my staffs. So without we can study, we can learn ourselves, but we have to take some help from others. That will be there is another way of thinking from other side. So that's also important to learn. So everyone has different thinking. So that which one will be the efficient, we have to choose it. So this learning means we have to discuss and discuss a problem with others and how they are solving, how I am solving. So that discussion will be very useful.
Okay, fine. So, like what are the contests, like you already previously told that you are, like you're entering in some coding competitions and contests. So, what were those contests like, like it's whether it's your college contest or like it's a global one or it's, like a national one, what it's like?
I've attended Google Kickstart and Code Jam hackathon and
Okay.
also coding contest in my college conducted by some uh, groups activities.
Okay.
Then these jigs for jigs, some of the contests will be happened in jigs for jigs and skill track. So all combined helped me a lot.
Okay.
So what they coding contest means we have learned something. We have learned a little about the programming. Through coding contest, we can came to know that a lot of things in programming. The understanding of the problem is very complicated in coding contest. So while attending more contests, we can gain confidence on attending the solving the problems and understanding the questions. So that's why um, that's why I attended the coding contest. So I tell you all of them to attend coding contest. It will be help to lot of solving improve on the programming languages and logical thinking. Yeah.
Fine. So, is there anything specific, like other than coding, is there anything, like when you're entering into a job, is there anything you need to know?
Yeah, we have to we have to must be in good knowledge in technical skills like OS, networking, DBMS. So technical part will play a major role. So from academics, we have learned all the topics. While preparing interview, we have to make short note of it, and from interview perspective, we have to learn that.
Okay, okay, okay. So it's always like, like you just need to keep on learning, learning, learning. So that is how, like you can stay in the updated technology in the field, right?
Yeah,
So if you just learn 2 years back and you suddenly try to get a job, it won't be like easy one.
yeah, it is not.
Okay,
It is
okay.
from a daily consecutive practice.
Okay, 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 fine. So, what is the one, like you said, you started from C programming. Are you still practicing C programming or, like you're full time in the Node.js and JavaScript stuffs?
Sometimes some free time I will go some practicing in C programming language. In my free time, while working, I majorly involved in Node.js.
Okay, 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 fine. So, how else projects, like you mentioned that you're doing some internships and you're doing some projects. So, like how those projects help you, like develop yourself for this particular job?
Yeah, project. Shall I explain my project?
Yeah, sure. Sure, sure.
So, what in I what our project is? It is some new gen project. It is will be funded by our college. It is about 2 lakhs.
Okay.
So I will we have consist of 3 members and two staff and we are all preparing the project. What is basically it is about the uh, we when we go to our bus stand and we have to wait for the buses. So instead we have to in our home we can see the how many seats are available in the bus. So that's for the problem statement. So we have developed an app for that. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you're also an app developer.
No, I am not app developer. I am the backend programming and
Okay, okay,
technical
okay. So the app
interest
you're doing on the back end, you're working on the back end
backend,
stuffs. Okay, okay, okay. That's great.
and also the other technical part in that.
Okay, 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 okay. So in whatever project, like it's always better to work in a team and, like to prepare those things, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, like you can gather
A-
knowledge from all your team members and,
As
like,
a team, we can, yeah, we as a team we can learn a lot of things from others, how they are knowledge, how they are developing. So as a team, it will be much helpful to us.
okay, okay, okay. So what will be your advice, like to become a full stack engineer? What will you say to the students and like what are things they need to learn? So from your,
Yeah,
because right
first,
now you're working, so from your perspective, so what will be the things?
first we have to choose a programming language. What you are comfortable. Then you have to learn the basic syntaxes and the programming concept and what are the special concept in the programming language. That should be learned. Then go to the next step is we have to learn data structure. So data structure and algorithms the plays major role in interviews, technical interviews, and also in the coding challenges. So in the while preparing data structure, first you have to learn the concepts of the data structure. Where there you can't directly go to the coding of data structure. First, you have to learn the concepts and then how it is working, which is the efficient one. So first, learn that. Second, you prepare the coding on the data structure. Third step, you can solving problems using data structure. So these steps you have to learn in coding data structure. Then you have to learn about the DBMS, MySQL, MongoDB. So here MySQL is the major companies asked in MySQL. What are the concepts? Joint query. Then we have to create our own query to solve the problems. So involved in that work also.
Okay, 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 okay.
Then yeah. Then
Uh,
also preparing the technical knowledge like networking, OS subjects like uh, that's then. and also you have to be in a good in academics.
So, like when you're mentioning, I just thought to ask, the data section algorithm. So, are you using data section algorithm right now, like when you're working in the backend?
Yeah, and some of the major large complicated product we have to use the data system.
Okay, okay, okay.
So yeah,
So this is the next question. Like many of the students just keeps on asking this, like the data algorithm. So when we are working in the development part, so is it really helpful in all the projects, or like only it's helpful in most of the critical because the main part of the DS and algo is to reduce the complexity, right? Like just to make the
yeah,
things work much efficient. So for small projects, like they're working in some basic startups and they're working in some maybe like small websites, like for some startup companies. So at that time, will data be really helpful in that place, or like it's more and more focused on interviews, like the coding interviews, like I'm talking in perspective of the startups, like some general companies, because I know like for high tech companies definitely need that, because there will be like large number of users, so they definitely need to use DS and algo to make their system efficient. But for companies, like just like some basic companies, some startups, do they really need that? Because when talking about their working, they are going to build some things, like which doesn't have much number of users. So at that place, will they really need DS algo, like other than the interview?
yeah. In small startup companies, they will also developing products and developing to the send it to the clients. So here the product will be smaller or bigger, uh, but the concept of the DSA is applied whenever we need efficiency. So if the product is consuming more number of consumers, then we definitely we go to DSA. In startups, if they want more consumer, more customers, then we you should use the DSA.
So other than that, it's like an optional choice for them. Like if you want and if
Yeah.
you really know it, you can use it. Otherwise, it's up to you. Like you can. But when talking about like some big companies, so when you know all these stuffs, you also need to know how you can implement the DSA into that particular thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 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 okay. Because this is something like with students right to know. And other thing which I want to like right now as you're working in the Node.js, so do you also get access to the DB? Like when working.
Yeah, DB is plays by major roles in any product. So the data of the customers and what they are using their data, we are should store data, right? So that's why we use MySQL and MongoDB.
Okay, okay.
In some place we use MySQL, in some other place we use MongoDB.
But like it's more like both of them are important, like for a
Yeah,
product. So it's based upon the use case, whether you need to go for SQL or for no SQL.
yeah.
Okay. So like do you know all these stuffs when you are in college, or like one after you enter the company you started learning all these stuffs?
Yeah, Node.js I'm not aware of before I am joining the company.
Okay.
And in college, there is also the not in the academics. So after entering the company, I slowly learn Node.js and keep on working on that.
Okay, okay, okay. So that's like that's your journey, like how you started from your college to the coding,
Yeah,
and right now you're a full stack engineer.
yeah. This major part I have. It is also a turning point in my life.
Okay, okay. So is there anything you finally need to add, like before winding up our session? Like you just need to say anything to our students?
Yeah, what I'm telling that you have to be in you should be in confidence in the interview. So why how to get confidence means you have to strong in your knowledge. Trying some coding challenge. There are so many platforms in the market like Jigs for Jigs and CodeChef, Hacker and Hacker. You first all register in that websites and solving daily at least one problem in each day. That will be helpful to you, and also it will gain your confidence level. So you have no fear to attend the interview or any coding challenges or in the so you have to daily at least solve one problem in each day, and also discussing with your friends and how they are solving. So that's also you can gain from other knowledge also. So keep on learning.
Okay. So thank you, Daragan, so for joining us here in like in the techie in this live session. So really we appreciate it. And guys who are watching it, so first of all, like hats off to you for watching this entire live session. And if you have any doubts, like you can ping us down here, and like whatever doubts you have regarding full stack, you can ask the doubts in the bottom, and we also provide you a complete full stack bootcamp. And like if you want to join any courses live in Tamil, so we also have that. You can check the link down. And hope you guys enjoy this session, and in the next session we'll see you, like with some other tech person. And really thanks for you, Daragan, like for sharing your experience with us, and like for letting our students to know about all these stuffs. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All the best to all the students.
Okay, bye.
Bye.